This is the next episode of my XR Weekly News. We are in week 17, 2026. So, yeah, weather here is too good for VR. It's very sunny, everybody's going outside and so on. No VR time. But I think it's definitely doing pretty well. Like, for example, I didn't expect, at least on my German channel, that this time ride experience where you have like miniature scenes from cities like Cologne or Rome or so in mixed reality, and that was very successful. I didn't know that because many people I thought would say this is boring and so on, but as it seems it's not, so yeah, very cool. Also, there is a video incoming, or perhaps you've seen it, a short video where I used the Unitree G1 robot. That's really cool. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to do that, the whole video in English, because I just had like 2 or 3 hours, or I don't know how, but I didn't have time to do that in English as well. I'm very sorry for that, but you should definitely check it out on my German channel, the Unitree G1. Handled with a MetaQuest VR headset. Really cool. I think it will go online next week on Tuesday or so. I don't know. Check out my German channel. And perhaps it can translate that with subtitles or so. Very sorry for that. But sometimes it doesn't work. I cannot, when I'm outside, I cannot do everything twice. But yeah, so guys. Very interesting, very nice times. I'm really happy as well. So yeah, let's go to the weekly news. Everything about XR hardware, games, releases and sales. Let's have some fun with the weekly news and let's go.
VoodooDE.
Okay guys, and for all the people that thought they could play Flatout VR now, unfortunately it's a little bit delayed. It's delayed from April 23rd to May 7, 2026, like 2 weeks or so. And yeah, they just say, okay, we need a little bit of fine tuning and things. So the early access can happen better. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I hope they will get a good camera view, that people don't get motion sick and so on. I hope it's already polished and so on. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. By the way, behind me is not my dog, is the dog here. So don't wonder, he's just lying in my green screen here. He's so cute. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care. So yeah, new launch date May 7, 2026, and the game is PC VR only. Yeah, and there's a small little update for MetaQuest for content creators, like for example me. So what you can do, you can activate something in the menu now that shows the capture markers. So you can see as a creator what is currently recorded, which part of your view. And that's really, really cool. So you will go to camera and then capture markers, and then you can select the capture markers. So for example, yeah, if you want to record something like a short, you will have the portrait mode, and then you see the markers inside your view, what is actually recorded. This is very, very important. And you can select just on or off, or you can select auto hide. Then it disappears after some seconds, and that's really amazing. So perfectly to record things. I mean, still it's a pain to record with Quest because there is still something wrong every time. So for example, the microphone audio is a problem. It's too loud or too quiet, or then like the lower quarter of the picture is cut or something like that, or it stutters or whatever. Yeah, there's still not, by far not perfect to record with MetaQuest. Otherwise I would record much more, but it's really a pain. But at least this is a small progress here. So perhaps you wondered last year why Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic didn't get VR support. So that was really annoying because this game has a lot of fans, yeah, jump scare mania, as many people say. And I was also wondering, because all the other parts were in VR, and I thought, or did they abandon VR? Does it not make sense for them anymore or so? But now, finally, they announced VR support very soon on April 28th. So the game will get VR support finally. It's really heavy it's very scary in VR, I can tell you. That's not for children or so, I wouldn't say that. April 28th, and it will only be for PC VR and PlayStation VR 2. There's no Quest version. So, do you see the trend, like in the last month or so? Many games are only for PC VR and PlayStation VR 2 and so on. And like, you see the trend, like when you compare to the last 2 years where everything was Quest only, and now the trend goes to PC VR. That's something I really like. I mean, of course, it would be better if there will also be a Quest version, but for now it looks only like there's a PC VR and PlayStation VR 2 version of the game. So guys, finally Forefront gets into the final release version on April 23, and this is, if you don't know Forefront, this is like a Battlefield clone, 32 players shooter, and we have a class system, like we have the Assault, Medic, Engineer, Recon, and we have different perks and abilities. It's available for Quest, PC VR and Pico. Somewhere later, there will be a PlayStation VR 2 version. So, and in the final release version, we will have a new map called Clearwater. And this is a valley and mountains, and we have like outposts and military bases and so on. And we have a lot of verticality. So we will fight in the valley and on mountains and so on. We also have new weapon. For example, we have a combat bow right now, really cool. And we have a drone, like in Battlefield. And we have also some gameplay optimizations, like for example, better controls and better controls of the vehicles, the tanks, helicopters and quads and so on. And they fixed a little bit of the balancing from the weapons. And also the PC VR version gets a graphic updates. We will have real-time shadows now. Woo! So cool. So game is cross-play. And if you like to play the Quest version, you get 10% off with my coupon code VoodooDE, as always. And I can definitely recommend, if you love Battlefield, you should definitely try that. Now, this is interesting. Samsung is working on a competitor to the Meta Ray-Ban display. So the smart glasses with the integrated display. So they found something in the code. So we already know that Samsung is doing a smart glasses competitor to Ray-Ban Meta with audio only. But now they found something, it's called SMO500, codename Hien. I don't know how it's pronounced. I think Hien or so. And they say, the rumors say, this will have displays. And Samsung is working together with Google to produce that. And they say it will have Android XR, and they're already working on the integration of the system, and the release date will be somewhere in 2027, at least for the smart glasses with display. Really cool. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Google also showed the ability for stereoscopic displays. So in the future, perhaps we will even have smart glasses with 2 displays, which shows 3D then. So I'm really looking forward to that because I mean, I love the Meta smart glasses, but I'm not inside the Meta universe. So privately, I only use Google, like Google Mail and Google Photos and all the things. So I want to have a smart glasses with Android XR. So I'm really looking forward to that. Weekly survey. So guys, last week I wanted to know if you use VR, XR for other than gaming, for example, virtual museums, historical document language, culture or something like that. And the result is what I expected. But I expected most people are gamers. Yeah, it's 36% are gamers. And also, but most people, interesting, say, okay, I check that from time to time. So guys, if you don't find good content, check out my playlist in the channel. I have some business content here, so you can check that out with education and so on. Very interesting. And on my German channel, it's a little bit different. Most people are gamers here. Like I choose the second one, so I check it out from time to time. Very interesting. But now I have a very, very interesting survey for this week. So guys, most people have a VR headset that has cameras integrated. MetaQuest, Pimax headsets, whatever headsets. Most of the new headsets have cameras integrated to scan your room, to do the room setup, or for mixed reality, or both. And now I want to know, are you worried about privacy when your mixed reality headset or any other headset with camera scan your living room for the room setup or for mixed reality gaming? This is very, very interesting. Yeah. So if you say, yes, I'm worried very much. I even try to cover cameras or only play in empty rooms so they don't see any private things. If yes, choose the first one. If you say, yeah, I'm a bit worried, but I mostly trust the manufacturers and use the cameras anyway. Or you say, no, I don't care at all because my phone that lies next to me hears and sees everything anyway. Choose this one. Or if you never really thought about this, choose the last one. I'm really curious about the results, especially when I compare it to my German channel. I'm really looking forward to the results. So please, guys, please, as many as possible, participate. Link is in the description and in the pinned comment. And let's check out the releases. As always, you get 10% off MetaQuest games with my coupon code VoodooDE. So I didn't play it yet, but Beyond Sandbox is a shooter, sandbox shooter, multiplayer shooter with a lot of physics simulation. Very, very interesting. And then Little Nightmares VR, the same. I didn't play it yet while I recorded the video, but perhaps you will already see the videos when the weekly news are out. I don't know. And Little Nightmares is gonna be a really interesting VR scary adventure. And then normally I don't show releases from early access to final version, but Forefront is really interesting and very well VR game, well, a very good VR game, and you should definitely try it out. And then on Steam we also have Beyond Sandbox, we also have Little Nightmares VR, and we also have Forefront. And there's a dating simulation called Dreams and Desires. And on the PlayStation 2 we also have Little Nightmares VR. These were the releases this week. And let's check out the sales. There's a huge MetaQuest sale. We cannot go through everything, but as always, I recommend, like, if you have a wish list and then you check out your wish list and then you see what is on sale. Like, for example, the Climb 2, Alien Rogue Incursion, 11 Table Tennis, a lot of games, Synth Riders, Into the Black, Aspire 1. Look at this, a lot of cool games on sale. Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Of Lies and Rain, Stranger Things VR, Phantom Covered Ops. A lot of cool things. So make sure to check that out. The link to that page you will also find on my homepage. And then on Steam we have Townsman VR, really nice God simulator. 75% of Gloomy Eyes, really nice VR animation series. 89% of Psychonauts, Also a really nice adventure, funny adventure, 80% off. And on PlayStation VR 2 we have Gorn, very brutal melee fighting game, 70% off. And Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge is a really nice Star Wars adventure, 75% off. So guys, please participate in the survey, link in the description and pinned comment. Thank you for watching and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya.
VoodooDE